Nijan rawar tsir ngi zhang kamsa, jawar dik jimshim na ye larman, jime banzo zhang lang sorang, ukor jit tokban pawar shinjir lo.
The Dharma, infinitely profound and subtle, is rarely encountered even in a million eons. Now we are able to hear, study, and follow it. May we fully realize the Tathagata's true meaning. In order to liberate all sentient beings from samsara, please generate the Supreme Bodhicitta before we start today's teaching. Today we will talk about the benefits of Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra. There is no text for this teaching, so it would be best if you take some notes yourselves, or if you have the Dharan of unforgetting, you can keep it in mind, or you can simply note it down in some other way. Why am I teaching this today? One reason is that before the formal teaching begins, we need a little time to settle in. Since we have not yet continued with the Udana Sutra, we have this special chance to talk about this today. Another reason is that I have been thinking, if we keep reminding everyone about this regularly, about the benefits of Guru Rinpoche practice, or the benefits of Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra, then many people's faith may gradually grow, because our faith is very important. There are different kinds of faith. Some faith is innate. Some people are born with deep, steady faith in a particular Yidam deity, Dharma teaching, or guru. Some people develop faith through later education or after understanding the reasoning behind it. Only then do they give rise to genuine, irreversible faith. So I personally have been thinking, for each practitioner today, whether we can carry our practice through from beginning to end depends on many different causes and conditions. Among all these causes and conditions, praying to Guru Rinpoche and reciting his heart mantra play a very important role. A few years ago, I also gave a teaching on the benefits of Guru Padmasambhava's heart mantra. I think it was a terma revealed by Karma Lingpa. At that time, we spent 2 classes on it. I taught that then. And even earlier, perhaps nearly 20 years ago, I also taught on the benefits of some of Guru Rinpoche's mantras. So why bring it up again today? For one thing, this is something I truly feel from my heart, with a sincere wish behind it. At present, looking at the whole world, there are indeed many natural and human-caused disasters. There are wars, armed conflicts, famines, epidemics, and all kinds of calamities. Some places are suffering from drought, while others are struck by floods. So many homes and people have been swept away. I saw it myself. With videos nowadays, many things are shown very directly. I saw a shop in India packed with people, washed away by the flood in a single moment. There are many examples like this. There are also the conflicts now breaking out between different countries. In the past, people killed one another with knives and guns. Now it is done with drones and artillery shells, bombing and destroying from afar. When the bombing happens, neither side knows how many lives have been lost. These days, whenever we check the news, it can truly leave us unsettled, heavy-hearted, and disheartened. We have this kind of feeling. So for us, as people who study Mahayana Buddhism, we sincerely wish that this world may have fewer disasters and more peace, and that beings' minds may become peaceful. As for how we can respond to this, from a Buddhist perspective, on the one hand, it certainly has to do with beings' own karma and the causes and conditions surrounding them. They are different for everyone. But on the other hand, if we pray to the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, there is also great benefit. We firmly believe there is such benefit. In our own lives as well, when we feel stuck or face certain difficulties, if at that time we recite Guru Rinpoche's mantra or texts related to Guru Rinpoche, or request the Sangha to recite prayers, there can be very clear changes. For example, this time when I was in very poor health, I recited some prayers myself, or asked the Sangha to recite prayers. Or when I faced such a serious situation this time, I asked the Sangha to perform rituals and Dharma activities. At times like this, many miraculous things can happen. Of course, when it comes to some karma, it may be irreversible. This is fixed karma. Even if the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas personally manifest, it may not necessarily be changed. So I think given the state of the world today, and especially with much karma that is not fixed, many great masters and lineage masters have said from experience that praying to Guru Rinpoche is truly what we need now, and that his blessings can come very swiftly. This is not because I study the Nyingma school of Tibetan Buddhism, and because the master of the Nyingma school is Guru Padmasambhava, therefore we deliberately promote, publicize, or advertise him. It is not like that. I have no such motivation in my mind at all. Rather, we sincerely hope that through Guru Padmasambhava's blessings, the whole world may become better, and all beings may find happiness in their hearts. For each of us who studies Mahayana Buddhism, this is a mission we cannot turn away from. This is our inescapable responsibility. Therefore, we should firmly believe that by praying to Guru Padmasambhava, we will certainly receive great benefit and blessings. Moreover, as for Guru Padmasambhava's immense kindness and Guru Padmasambhava's power, those who understand clearly and have wisdom should know it just by reading the history. In particular, those who study and practice Tibetan Buddhism should take a look at this history. If Guru Padmasambhava, King Trisong Detsen, and Bodhisattva Shantaraksita had not laid a firm foundation for Buddhism in Tibet and had not established the teachings of Sutra and Tantra through listening, reflection, and practice, if all this had not been established, the snowy land of Tibet would likely have remained in darkness. Precisely because such a foundation was established at that time, later, the masters of the various schools of Tibetan Buddhism appeared in the world one after another. We should be clear about this. So for those of us who understand his kindness, Guru Rinpoche's blessings at that time and the power he showed are truly inconceivable. Because of this, the power of Tibetan Buddhism has continued to shine in the snowy land of Tibet up to today. It is like the radiant sun. Today, both the teachings and realization are very flourishing. So many of us have at least some connection with Tibetan Buddhism. Some have studied it directly or indirectly, and some have benefited from it in some way. In that case, we should pray with gratitude, with a heart of respect, and with the wish to benefit beings. We can pray in such a state of mind. We can pray to Guru Padmasambhava at any time. This is very necessary. As for myself, since childhood, I have truly had a special fondness for images of Guru Rinpoche. I also like carving Guru Rinpoche's mantra. A mantra I carved in the past is now kept in the monastery. As for me, sometimes I also think about this. Do I truly have a karmic connection with Guru Rinpoche, or is it because of my family? In my family, my father recited Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra every day. It was like this since I was young. At that time, Buddhism was not yet openly allowed, so he silently recited the heart mantra. At that time, when Buddhism was not openly allowed, next door to us lived a lama named Riga Lama. He would sometimes, on the 30th day of the month or on the first day of the Tibetan New Year, set out several thangkas at home. Among them was a thangka of Guru Rinpoche and a thangka of Shakyamuni Buddha. As children, we also wanted to go and pay homage. When we went to pay homage, that Lama would not tell us their names directly. He would say, this one is called Mumu, and this one is called Lele. Because if he told the children directly that this was Shakyamuni Buddha, and this was Guru Padmasambhava, then if someone came to investigate, the children would certainly say, we have Shakyamuni Buddha and Guru Rinpoche here. But he used a kind of code language saying, from now on, this one is called Mumu, and this one is called Lele. So we grew up in that kind of environment. At that time, when people recited Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra, or the heart mantra of Avalokiteshvara, they would use the code phrase, calling the yaks. They did not call it reciting mantras or sutras. They were not allowed to call it that. Using these code words made it less likely to be exposed. I grew up in that kind of situation. As for Guru Rinpoche, at first I only knew him as Lele. Only later did I come to know that he is called Guru Padmasambhava, not Lele, and this one is called Shakyamuni Buddha, not Mumu. That was the environment I grew up in. Only later did I come to understand that Guru Rinpoche truly has such blessings. Whether it is a thangka or a statue, it is very meaningful. This morning when I was having breakfast, a Khenpo from Qinghai came to my home. Then he offered me this statue of Guru Rinpoche. He said his mother had given it to him when he was young. He had kept it all these years and now he wanted to give it to me. At the time I was very happy. Today I had originally planned to introduce the qualities of Guru Rinpoche to you, and this small image came as a perfect connection. I do not know whether it is a terma or something else. I asked him about its history, but he did not know either. His mother has already passed away, So there is no way to trace it now. So at that time, for us, it was a very small connection. Yet even an image of Guru Rinpoche like this can still inspire very strong faith. So even through a very simple connection, we can in fact strengthen our faith in many different ways. Sometimes something may seem very simple, but through a particular connection, our faith can grow much stronger. Previously, when we taught the life of Guru Padmasambhava, I mentioned this as well. There was an American scholar named Lawrence Brahm. Once, when he was at the Jokang temple, a Khenpo arranged for him to stay in a dark room. While he was staying in that dark room, he began to have dreams. That dark room was in a room with the tankas of Guru Rinpoche's 8 manifestations. Later, he had some dreams of Guru Rinpoche. In those dreams, at first, Guru Rinpoche appeared only like an image in a tanka. But later, Guru Rinpoche himself truly appeared. Later, when he was in Nepal, he nearly encountered an air disaster. That night, he dreamed of Guru Rinpoche's guidance again. After that, he made an aspiration to share Guru Rinpoche's inconceivable power with the world. He said Guru Rinpoche is like a vast magnetic field, a quantum field. To draw close to this field and connect with it, one needs a way to connect through images of Guru Rinpoche's 8 manifestations. He then went to Nepal and China, as well as Pakistan, Bhutan, and India. For many years in these 5 countries, he searched for sacred sites and filmed documentaries. He is still continuing this work even now. In fact, his connection began with a dream and an image. That was how it first began for him. Later, it seems he received tremendous blessings. He is a Westerner living in our time. For Westerners, we can say they are not like us Tibetans, who grew up with faith in Buddhism. But when certain causes and conditions came together, he could not help but develop deep faith. From there, his work grew and gradually reached people around the world. So I think that many of us need to connect with our Yidam deity through faith. For the great majority of Tibetan Buddhist monastics, this should not be a problem. But in the world today, there are many conditions that trigger conceptual thoughts. So if we do not guard our minds well, it is very possible that our original pure faith may be stained by all kinds of defilements and then slowly begin to fade away. This can happen. So as for our faith, sometimes it can be strengthened in the traditional way by relying on the pith instructions and teachings of the masters. On the other hand, we can use reasoning and careful analysis to examine the Dharma meaning. In this way, our faith becomes more stable. As for Lawrence Brahm just mentioned, his way of using quantum mechanics to explain Guru Rinpoche's power is quite unique. I am not sure whether I have mentioned this before. I once had a dialogue with Professor Poon Chung Kwong from Hong Kong, the former president of Hong Kong Polytechnic University. He is also a scientist. We can watch some of his short videos. He is a devout Buddhist as well as a scientist. He also used scientific language to explain the Pure Land practice. He believes that Amitabha Buddha's land of ultimate bliss is like we might call today a Pure Land energy field. And this energy field has its own frequency. It is like the frequency band of a radio station. When we tune the radio to a certain frequency, such as 8.19, we can hear the sound from that station. In the same way, we can connect directly with that greater field. So when we recite Amitabha Buddha's name or mantra, it is actually like tuning our mind to the frequency of the land of ultimate bliss so that we can connect with it. In terms of some of our modern language, this is indeed similar. For example, when we use WeChat or any other app, we usually need a password or some kind of access code. Such codes may seem to be 1, 2, 3, 4 or something simple like that, but it can unlock an entire system. In the same way, when we look at mantras, they may seem to be just 7 syllables or 6 syllables. They look very simple, but in fact, they are precisely the key that unlocks the secret. So if we often rely on this power to tune into the deity's frequency, then in this way we can continually connect with that greater energy field. The key way to make that connection is through our faith and the mantra we recite. So now, some people in the Chinese Buddhist tradition say that when you recite Amitabha Buddha's name, you must be single-minded and undistracted, and you must meditate, you must be extremely serious. If even a single stray thought arises, they say you are not reciting properly and that the recitation has no real merit. In fact, this is not correct. Of course, if our body, speech, and mind are all focused in a very proper way, then reciting like that is best. But if you do not have such conditions, then even reciting with some distraction mixed in still has merit. As the verse says, if someone with a distracted mind enters a stupa or shrine and once says, Namo Buddha, they have all entered the path to Buddhahood. The Lotus Sutra also says this. If someone with a distracted mind enters a stupa or shrine and even once says Namo Buddha, that person can gradually enter the path to Buddhahood. They can attain Buddhahood. In the same way, whether we recite Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra or Avalokiteshvara's heart mantra, some people do not seem to understand the Buddhist principles very well. They insist that recitation must be absolutely focused, as if one were reciting single-mindedly in retreat, without looking here and there and without any movement, reciting continuously. They think that if you do not recite in this way, or if it is mixed with other words or actions, or if conceptual thoughts arise, then the mantras recited while walking, standing, sitting, or lying down have no effect. Actually, that is not necessarily so. Even if we cannot do it perfectly, reciting and not reciting are still very different. Although motivation and a pure mind are needed in our ordinary lives, whether in Tibetan Buddhism or in Han Chinese areas, some people continually recite mantras or Buddha's names. Their whole body, speech, and mind are constantly connected with words of truth. Because Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra, as well as the mantras we usually recite, are all words of truth. As long as these words of truth are recited from my mouth, there is the merit of speech from reciting them. If you visualize them in your mind, there can also be the merit of mind. When we recite now, there is the merit of speech and the merit of body. Among the merits of the three gates, two kinds of merit are present. As for these two kinds of merit, if you do not engage in such virtuous practice, is it better to remain only in a neutral state or to rely on your body and speech to engage in virtuous practice? This has merit. It is meritorious. For example, among the 10 non-virtuous actions, there are 4 negative actions of speech. There are also negative actions of body. Even if the mind is not involved in them, telling lies still has faults. Using divisive speech also has faults. But if instead of lying, you speak truthfully or praise the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, there is also merit. So sometimes we analyze the merits of body, speech, and mind in a more detailed way. When we recite with a distracted mind, is there merit? Yes, there is merit. Everyone should remember this. Otherwise, some people now do say that if you recite, you must always do it as in retreat, and you cannot give rise to even the slightest conceptual thought. Otherwise, they say it is almost like telling a great lie. Actually, it is not like that. So I especially admire some practitioners in Tibetan Buddhism, even if their minds are not fully focused and their hands are always holding a mala, and they keep count again and again. In terms of speech, they keep reciting without stopping. When body and speech can continue like this, I believe the mind will naturally follow the mantra at times. It will naturally follow along to some extent. So in our practice, it is best to bring body, speech, and mind together. If body, speech, and mind cannot all be joined together, then engaging in virtue with speech and body alone also has inconceivable merit. Take negative karma, for example. Even if I have no particular thought in my mind, if we kill a living being, negative karma is still accumulated. So from now on, when we recite Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra, it is best for us to have some mantras that we recite regularly. This is very important. So I would suggest that we all try to recite some mantras every day. Of course, I'm not trying to force anyone to make a vow. But if we have mindfulness and awareness, this should be something we can do, as I mentioned last time. For the 7-line prayer, we can recite it when we wake up in the morning, before we go to sleep at night, or whenever we happen to remember it. Little by little, it becomes a natural habit. Take our phones, for example. When mobile phones first became common, people often forgot to bring them. But now they have become something we almost always keep with us. So most people rarely forget their phones. The same is true here. If we keep training ourselves in virtuous practice, it will become much easier. So at the very least, I would not ask everyone to recite hundreds of millions of times. I would not say that. People nowadays tend to be easily distracted and less diligent. But reciting it 108 times a day should not be difficult. In Karma Lingpa's teaching on the benefits of Guru Rinpoche's mantra, it says that if one recites it every day without interruption, even 108 times, one becomes pleasing to others, and the food, wealth, and enjoyments one wishes for can be obtained without great effort. If one recites it 1,000 or 10,000 times, there are many further benefits. If one recites it 100,000 or 1,000,000 times, one can magnetize and subdue beings and accomplish powerful activity without obstruction. The four activities of pacifying, enriching, magnetizing, and subjugating can all be accomplished. So generally in Tibetan Buddhism, it is said that when practicing Guru Yoga, according to Patrul Rinpoche's tradition, when we do the preliminaries, the other practices are usually done in sets of 100,000. But for Guru Yoga, Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra should be recited 10 million times. Everyone should know this. At that time, Venerable Jigme Gyalwai Nyugu and his lineage disciples all completed 10 million recitations. That is how they practice. When His Holiness taught the words of my perfect teacher, he also encouraged everyone ideally to complete 10 million recitations in this lifetime. And in Khenpo Nachung's autobiography, I saw that he recited Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra 30 million times. So in Karma Lingpa's terma, Guru Rinpoche said that if one recites it 10 million times, all one's wishes will be accomplished and one will obtain both common and uncommon siddhis. So I think that on the one hand, we truly need to do at least a little ourselves. Only then can we form a deep connection with Guru Rinpoche and the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. If we ourselves do not recite anything and only ask Guru Rinpoche to bless us, then the connection is like what we just discussed. It is like making a phone call. If you do not dial the other person's number, the other side cannot be reached. If you call Guru Padma Sambhava every day like this, will Guru Padma Sambhava become annoyed? No, he will not. Guru Rinpoche will always keep us in his compassionate care and bless us. I once saw a teaching by Dilgo Khyentse Rinpoche. In it, he strongly encouraged everyone to recite the 7-line prayer and Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra. He said that among all heart mantras, Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra has the greatest benefits. In fact, many great masters of the past placed great emphasis on Guru Rinpoche practice. As for some of their disciples, basically everyone was like the lineage disciples of Venerable Jigme Gyalwai Nyugu. They all completed more than 10 million recitations. I have also seen many great masters abroad who had deep faith in Guru Rinpoche. In their lineages, many disciples recited this mantra, but it was not only about how many times they recited. They truly understood the qualities of Guru Rinpoche. So today, I would like to share this with everyone. What I mainly want to share is that Guru Rinpoche is especially important in the degenerate age. If we connect with Guru Rinpoche's qualities and with the power of his mantra, our own practice can surely come to fruition. All obstacles can be dispelled. All Buddhas and Bodhisattvas have inconceivable blessing power. Yet especially in this degenerate age, when there are many demonic forces and wrong paths, through the power of Guru Rinpoche's aspirations, as soon as we hear his name or recite his mantra, many obstacles and demonic hindrances will naturally be dispelled. As everyone knows, in the past, when Langdharma destroyed Buddhism in the Tibetan region, he first attacked the sutra tradition. Some monasteries were burned down, and some monastics were forced to disrobe. He committed all kinds of harmful acts. Later, he wanted to eradicate the lay masters of Tantra as well. At that time, there was a yogi named Nubchen Sangye Yeshe. This is very clear in his biography. At first, they were preparing to kill him. Langdharma ordered that all the masters be killed. At that time, Nubchen Sangye Yeshe prayed to Guru Padma Sambhava and made the Kula Mudra. At that moment, he manifested a 9-headed scorpion. That 9-headed scorpion appeared as high as a 9-story building. Langdharma was extremely frightened. Right then, he made a vow. He said, "As for the monastics of the sutra tradition, I will kill them all. But as for you lay tantric mantra practitioners, I vow and firmly decide that I will never harm you again." Because of this, at that time, many tantric teachings of the later dissemination period were not harmed. So each of us may not necessarily be as powerful as Nubchen Sangye Yeshe was at that time. But I think as long as we pray to Guru Rinpoche, we can still receive inconceivable strength. As His Holiness Jigme Punsok Rinpoche also said before, for practices such as subjugating and wrathful methods, As soon as one visualizes them, there is inconceivable merit and powerful blessing. When the Academy was practicing subjugation rituals, His Holiness saw Toga Rinpoche in a dream. Seeing that His Holiness had some concern about this practice, Toga Rinpoche taught that it has immense benefit. We also practiced in this way ourselves. In the past, all the Dharma friends in the Han Chinese monastic community at Larungar would basically practice this every year. Everyone recited the wrathful Guru Rinpoche mantra about 10,000 times. We also practiced Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra together. On one hand, this protects the Academy and helps the work of spreading the Dharma and benefiting beings go smoothly around the world. On the other hand, for our own practice, this kind of protection is also truly necessary. In this degenerate age, when obstacles are so rampant, we need something like armor to protect ourselves. So protective amulets are also something we need. But at the same time, through prayer, we receive another very important form of protection. So I hope that every year you can recite Guru Rinpoche's mantra. According to the Tibetan tradition, each household would invite monastics to recite prayers and perform a puja to protect the family. They would especially invite some monastics to recite a certain, how should I put it, a ritual to protect all the people and matters in the family, a small puja for protecting the family. This tradition seems to have decreased a little now. Perhaps people are letting AI recite prayers for them now. In the past, almost every family did this. In any case, for us as practitioners, this is also a kind of protection. I still feel this is very important. For example, we need protection so that our practice can go well from beginning to end, and so that our lives will not be cut short midway. We need protection in many aspects of our lives. Take the monastics here at Larungar, for instance. Many people here are still continuing their studies, since graduation at our Buddhist academy requires 16 years of study. At the beginning, some people make very good aspirations, yet some people encounter obstacles along the way, and in the end they are unable to graduate. These obstacles can come in many forms. These may be obstacles related to their health, their lifespan, or their Dharma practice. Others, however, may have a relatively smooth path. Even if some difficulties arise, they are still able to complete their studies. This is one of the reasons we seek protection. So if possible, we should recite Guru Rinpoche's mantra every year, at least around 10,000 times. By doing so, on the one hand, we protect ourselves. On the other hand, many lay practitioners in the cities and some monastics as well truly face many difficulties in their practice today. At times like this, we still need to pray to Guru Rinpoche ourselves. This is very important. I do not know exactly why, but Guru Rinpoche, as a deity in Tibetan Buddhism, was originally not known to such a wide audience. And yet, whenever we speak about Guru Rinpoche's mantra, or share images of Guru Rinpoche, or teachings connected with Guru Rinpoche, they are warmly received all over the world. Sometimes even a single image of Guru Rinpoche posted on Weibo or on another online platform can draw a very strong response. Perhaps this is because for beings in these degenerate times, Guru Rinpoche's blessings are truly inconceivable. Many people have experienced all kinds of signs and responses. In our own practice community as well, I have heard many, many wonderful stories of such experiences. Some people, while still alive, received Guru Rinpoche's blessings in dreams, special experiences, or spiritual signs. Others, when leaving this world, also manifested many rare and auspicious signs. Some time ago, a Han Chinese monastic who had studied here for 6 or 7 years passed away. She was fairly diligent, though not especially so. At times, she still appeared to have some afflictions, but she had especially great faith in Guru Rinpoche. While she was here at Larungar, she had received teachings such as the Nyingtik Yabshi, the Fourfold Heart Essence, the complete works of His Holiness Jigme Phuntsok Rinpoche, and Peaceful Manjushri Sadhana, as well as other Dharma teachings such as the Sikh Bardos. When she later passed away, some rather special signs appeared. At that time, through video, I recited some Fowa prayers for her. I saw that her appearance was very special. There's no need for me to exaggerate or praise it, but I did see it myself in the video. She seemed to be smiling peacefully. There were various auspicious signs. They were quite rare. Later, when her body was cremated, several hundred crystal-like relics appeared. I then specifically looked into what the Tantras say about crystal-like relics. According to related tantric texts, including the Mirror of Vajrasattva's Mind Tantra, there are many passages explaining that white, transparent, crystal-like relics are a sign that the practitioner will attain Buddhahood within the Buddha family in the future, and so forth. So regarding such things, some people may believe them, while others may not. But whether others believe them or not, for me personally, I truly find them extremely rare and extraordinary. Recently, I've also been saying that in the future, when we hear about signs from practitioners, on the one hand, we should first make sure that they are genuine and not exaggerated, because fabrication and exaggeration are irresponsible toward the Guru, the Dharma practice, and history, and it is very harmful. But if something truly happened, then we should record them truthfully. In the past as well, including among our lineage masters, the relics of many practitioners and the auspicious signs of their practice were witnessed directly by many people. As for such facts, of course, people without faith may not believe them. We do not expect them to believe. But when something truly happens, it is necessary to record it in writing. When necessary, people should also know what really happened. I also checked the related details with those who actually witnessed it, including some Dharma teachers. Because from videos alone, or from things we have heard, it is hard to know what really happened. Some people may exaggerate, some may even tell lies, some may have their own motives. But for some events, after checking, people actually saw them happen, so there is no need to hide them. As for signs that appear in practice, it is hard to say whether these are truly Guru Rinpoche's blessings. I cannot say this for certain. But these practitioners did have faith in Guru Rinpoche. In related writings, it is indeed mentioned that great perfection practitioners, or people who devote themselves to virtue, may leave relics after cremation. Great masters of the past have spoken about this, and similar accounts are found in Chinese and Tibetan Buddhism, as well as in Theravada Buddhism. There is much we do not know about what happens after death. But while we are alive, after receiving and practicing this Dharma, we can indeed see real changes in our daily lives. So I think while we are still alive, we should value Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra, his images, and the Dharma text connected with him. These are all truly important. A few years ago, you may have heard Khenpo Tsultrim Lodro teach Guru Rinpoche's heart advice on practice. Later, in 2023 and 2024, over these 2 or 3 years, I translated it into Chinese. Many people have faith in this Dharma and asked me to teach it. But as for teaching it, it was already taught here in Tibetan before, so I do not plan to teach it again in the same way. Perhaps in the future, I may share it with everyone later in the same way we studied entering the middle way. The way of sharing it may be better in another form. Otherwise, simply repeating it may not be necessary. You have already heard it once. Within this text, there are many precious teachings of Guru Rinpoche. Many of us are not very familiar with Guru Rinpoche. We may simply see him as an object of devotion or think of him as a remarkable historical figure. But many of us are not very familiar with the teachings Guru Rinpoche spoke in his own words. In Guru Rinpoche's Heart Advice on Practice, there are about 360 questions and answers. They are organized into 23 categories. At that time, we probably organized them by category. There are 23 categories. The whole text is about 140,000 words. If people study it in the future or read the book on their own, they will discover how sharp Guru Padmasambhava's wisdom truly is. In the text, King Trisong Detsen and Dakini Yeshe Tsogyal ask questions. Each question they ask touches on a key point of practice that we may meet in daily life. Guru Rinpoche then answers them one by one. This really shows Guru Rinpoche's wisdom. His miraculous powers were certainly inconceivable. Otherwise, Sami Monastery could never have been built. Across the Tibetan region, in many different places, Guru Rinpoche left body imprints, handprints, and footprints. There are many signs like this, and everyone knows about Guru Rinpoche's Terma teachings. But when it comes to Guru Rinpoche's wisdom, many people may not have seen it so directly before. This vivid question and answer record shows us how sharp his wisdom was, so it is also a valuable historical text. Some people have said before that when they developed uncommon faith in His Holiness, it was because in a certain book, His Holiness's teachings were presented directly. They realized that the wisdom of His Holiness flowed forth completely naturally. He was not like ordinary people who have to prepare hard and memorize, only to forget everything when they start teaching. Then they cannot recall the words and start stumbling. His Holiness was not like that. Whether it was scriptural citations or logical reasoning, Everything came forth like a flowing river, naturally and without any obstruction. We can call this the outpouring of wisdom. We can completely say that. So Guru Rinpoche's teachings also show truly inconceivable wisdom. I also hope that everyone here, as well as practitioners in the cities, will learn more about Guru Padmasambhava in the future. Last time we also studied his brief biography. We also studied some benefits of Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra. These are also found in the Pema Kathang and the Lotus Testament. This text contains many such teachings. There are many shorter texts, such as the Ansong Kathang and the Ade Kathang. There are many texts like these. In particular, the Anzong Kathang speaks about Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra. Some Terma teachings revealed by Dechen Lingpa also explain the benefits of Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra. It is very important to learn about these. As for the actual practice, there is a practice explained in Guru Rinpoche's heart advice. It seems to be in chapter 22. In chapter 22, there is a very brief practice. When you have time, you can read it yourselves. In that 22nd category, there are 3 practices: outer, inner, and secret. In the outer practice, you visualize yourself as the Yidam deity, and in front of you, you visualize a 4-petaled lotus. Then, around the 4-petaled lotus in the 4 directions, east, south, west, and north, there are 4 petals and the 4 classes of dakinis. On the 4 petals, visualize the 4 classes of dakinis. At the center of the lotus, visualize Guru Padmasambhava. His body is white with the appearance of a youthful boy. He also wears a great brocade cloak, what we call a great cloak. He also wears a deer-eared hat. In his hand he has a skull-topped Katvanga staff. He does not seem to be seated in royal ease, but in the full lotus posture. You visualize Guru Rinpoche in this very compassionate form in front of yourself. Then you begin by inviting him. After inviting him, you begin to make offerings, praises, and prayers. After that, you continually recite Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra. After finishing the recitation of Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra, everything dissolves into the Dharma Dhatu. It does not dissolve into your own body. This, as I remember, is the outer practice. Then, in the inner practice, above your head, visualize Guru Rinpoche in the form of Vajradhara, in union with his consort. Around him are the 4 classes of dakinis, also appearing in union. Then practice the generation stage, receive the 4 empowerments, and visualize them dissolving into you. Then, in the secret practice, you practice the great perfection by seeing the Yidam deity and Guru Rinpoche as inseparable. Through this, you recognize your own awareness. This is how it is practiced. This is a simple way to practice. In fact, there are many practices of Guru Rinpoche. In Memoirs of the Journey to the West, His Holiness also taught some of them. But the practice in Guru Rinpoche's heart advice, especially the outer practice, is still very important. As for this outer practice, let us see whether we can practice it often. In front of yourself, visualize Guru Padmasambhava with a white body and then recite his heart mantra. The benefits of reciting the mantra were explained before. They are truly very great. In this mantra, Om Ahum gathers the body, speech, and mind of all Buddhas of the 3 times. They are the mantra that gathers the qualities of body, speech, and mind. Then Vajra is the heart mantra of the Vajra family. All the Yidam deities of the Vajra family are included in it. Then Guru is the heart mantra of the Ratna family, the Buddhas and Tathagatas of the Ratna family. Padma is the heart mantra of the Lotus family, and SIDDHI is the heart mantra of the Karma family. Hum is the heart mantra of the Tathagata family. These syllables include the Buddhas of the 5 families. By relying on these 5 families of Buddhas, what afflictions do we eliminate? Om Ahum purifies the 3 poisons, desire, anger, and ignorance. Vajra purifies anger, Guru purifies pride, Padma purifies desire, SIDDHI purifies jealousy, and Hum purifies the obscuration of afflictions. In this way, the 5 afflictions are purified and the 5 wisdoms are obtained. So I do not recall where it is said, but Guru Rinpoche's mantra may seem to be simply Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra, but in fact it is the Vidya mantra of all Buddhas of the 3 times. It is also the life force of the 84,000 Dharma teachings. Whether we receive the essence of the 84,000 Dharma teachings or receive the blessings of all Buddhas of the three times, in fact, it all depends on Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra. Usually, after reciting the mantra many times, we conclude by gathering the visualization. We visualize a white Om at Guru Rinpoche's crown. It dissolves into our own crown, dispelling the obstacles of the body, and we receive the blessing of Vajra body. Some traditions say it is at the throat, but in Guru Rinpoche's heart advice, it says that from Guru Rinpoche's tongue, the syllable A emerges. The red A dissolves into our own mouth, clearing away the obstacles of speech. We receive the blessing of Vajra speech. From Guru Rinpoche's heart, a blue hum emerges. It dissolves into our own heart, dispelling all obstacles of the mind. We receive the blessing and SIDDHI of Vajra mind. Finally, Guru Rinpoche's body, speech, and mind become inseparable from our own body, speech, and mind. This is somewhat similar to the ways of gathering for Guru Rinpoche and Mifam Rinpoche's illuminating the path to liberation. They are quite similar. In any case, each of us should often practice the Guru Yoga of Guru Rinpoche and recite Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra as much as we can. This heart mantra truly has immense benefits. As it says in the life of Guru Padmasambhava, during the day we should visualize Avalokiteshvara and recite his heart mantra. This repays the kindness of beings in the 6 realms. This is meaningful and necessary. Then at night we should visualize Guru Padmasambhava and recite his heart mantra. In this way, whom can we liberate? It helps us liberate beings in this degenerate age. If we can practice in this way, it will be very meaningful. As for daytime and nighttime, this is only a particular timing that Guru Rinpoche mentioned in a certain practice. In fact, we can recite Avalokiteshvara's heart mantra during the day, and we can also recite it at night. We can recite Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra during the day, and we can also recite it at night. So, for each of us, can we make mantra recitation a habit? For example, when walking from home to the shrine hall, we can recite Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra along the way. If we recite it on the way, even during a 10-minute walk, we can recite it many, many times. His Holiness also said before that after class, if we keep reciting Guru Rinpoche's mantra all the way home, it can clear away all obstacles in our practice. But many lamas often stop reciting before they even reach the gate of the shrine hall. It is the same here now. After the dedication, many Dharma friends recite it only 3 times at most, and then seem reluctant to continue. Usually they do not recite it on the way back. Some may feel embarrassed to recite it on the way back, but it is also fine to recite it silently. Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra truly carries inconceivable blessings. This is something I often think about. For example, when people give gifts to friends or people they know, many now send songs or albums by singers or photos and other things from celebrities, sending all kinds of things to others. But if you send these things, they receive no real blessing from them. Instead, they may even feed attachment. And now many celebrities are also in a difficult situation. Many of them are gradually fading from public attention and still have to look for new opportunities. They may no longer be as famous as before. I have also met some people like this. Now that AI has appeared, it does not require high appearance fees and it does not grow old. Many celebrities were popular a few years ago, but now they are gradually getting older. AI does not have this problem so easily. So when many companies need performers, the massive contracts they used to offer are no longer needed in the same way. Now, a film can be made very simply. So some of us may think this celebrity is wonderful or that singer is wonderful, but in fact, all of this is impermanent. What is truly meaningful is that when we send something to others or give them a gift, we choose something connected with virtue and the Dharma. This is quite important. I have thought about using my WeChat profile picture to create a Dharma connection. Many people use images of demons or similar things. They set their profile pictures as all kinds of demonic images. In fact, this is not necessary. When I first started using WeChat, I thought about this for quite a while. Finally, I thought I would use an image of Guru Rinpoche. Anyone who saw it, even just through their eyes, would receive benefit. Guru Rinpoche and Shakyamuni Buddha are not different. His form has a special blessing power, so as long as others see it, they can plant a seed of liberation. At first I used a clear image of Guru Rinpoche. Later I was concerned it might cause some inconvenience, so I changed it to one that was less obvious, a more blurred image of Guru Rinpoche. What was my purpose? Guru Rinpoche is so extraordinary. Whoever is willing to look at my WeChat profile picture can connect with it through the eye faculty. The eye faculty is connected with the Alaya consciousness. So in that Alaya consciousness, a seed of Guru Rinpoche's Vajra body is planted. Then, when it is convenient, we can also plant a seed of Vajra speech in others. For example, in 2015, we designed an amulet with Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra on it. I shared this with you here today. This was specially designed. Does this sound a little like advertising? But that should be all right. This amulet has Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra on it. There is a strand of His Holiness's hair inside, and also a piece of his Dharma robe. From the lambskin garment His Holiness wore then, a tiny piece was cut off. Then on this side there is an image of Garuda, because His Holiness said the Garuda is very important. When the 1,000 Buddhas attained Buddhahood, there was a prince who made an aspiration. He would protect the 1,000 Buddhas and support the activities of the 1,000 Buddhas. So back then, each of us had a Garuda image blessed by His Holiness. I still have one with me now. It dates back to the 1990s. Should I show it to you? This is one of the earliest ones. Over time, it has become a little unclear, so I had a protective case made for it. I will not say more about this one, otherwise I worry someone might try to steal it. There is another item too, but I will not talk about it. This is what we just mentioned about Guru Rinpoche. In the future, you may not necessarily obtain His Holiness's hair and such things, but there is still Guru Rinpoche's mantra. The benefits of Guru Rinpoche's mantra are also explained in Karma Lingpa's teaching. It says that if the mantra is written in gold powder on blue paper and then worn on the body or placed in the home, all demonic forces, tirthikas, hostile maras, and obstacles will be unable to cause harm. Many people wear protective amulets for personal protection. Some are meant to protect us, but not every protective item necessarily works. Guru Rinpoche's heart advice also says that Guru Padmasambhava truly has very great merit and qualities, but not every guru we meet can necessarily bring us real benefit. It is like if we take a metal object made of lead and visualize it as silver, it does not have the qualities of silver. Guru Rinpoche truly has this kind of blessing power, but others may not necessarily have it. I have suggested before that if we wear an amulet around our neck with the image of this or that guru, I do not know many of them, so I cannot say whether it has blessing power. Such personal images do not necessarily have blessing power. This includes images of mine. So it is best to wear images of Guru Rinpoche, Shakyamuni Buddha, other Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, or His Holiness, or great accomplished masters recognized by everyone. If we wear these images on our body, they certainly have blessing power. As for what we call blessing power, some people may think that faith alone is enough. Doesn't the story of the old woman and the dog's tooth prove this? But that was a special case. If I were to visualize some others, such as God or somebody else, I still find it difficult to develop genuine faith in Him. For example, if someone says that in 6 days the entire world was created, and there is such a creator, for me to give rise to faith in Him is still a little difficult. If I truly understood the theory thoroughly, perhaps I might be able to do so, but for now, it is difficult for me. But Guru Rinpoche is completely different. We have already studied many of his extraordinary deeds. Previously, Khandro Yeshe Tsogyal spoke of certain special qualities in which Guru Padmasambhava surpasses other Buddhas. For example, he appeared in this world through miraculous birth, spread the teachings of the great perfection, and in the end did not manifest passing into nirvana, but attained the fruition of a vidyadhara of longevity, and so on. she spoke of many uncommon qualities different from those of other Buddhas. Of course, this surpassing is only spoken of from the perspective of particular manifestations. It does not mean that Guru Rinpoche's qualities of abandonment and realization surpass those of the Buddha. The Buddha has attained perfect abandonment and realization, and Guru Padmasambhava has attained them perfectly as well. In this regard, there should be no difference. But we should understand that those who truly develop faith in Guru Rinpoche will find their practice becomes much smoother. Also, many people who gain realization through the great perfection, or who develop an uncommon and special understanding of the great perfection, naturally develop tremendous faith in Guru Rinpoche. Therefore, however good your practice may be, you still need to pray to Guru Padmasambhava. In the biography of Venerable Longchenpa, it says that before he composed the 7 treasuries and the Fourfold Heart Essence, he practiced Guru Rinpoche's practice and prayed. One day, in a meditative experience, he directly saw Guru Padmasambhava and received the blessings of his body, speech, and mind. After that, his wisdom fully awakened. He then went on to compose these great treatises, including the 7 treasuries. So even great masters like them needed to rely on the blessing power of Guru Rinpoche's body, speech, and mind qualities. Then for ordinary beings like us, it is all the more necessary. Especially now, as I mentioned earlier, in our present age, sometimes it truly appears that the Dharma is being harmed even more. Whether it is the Sangha or the monasteries, many different forces are weakening them. At a time like this, all of us should join together in praying to Guru Rinpoche wherever we are. We should pray to him often, day and night. Praying in this way does not mean that only during a Dharma assembly we hold a mala, turn a prayer wheel, and recite a few mantras. It is not like that. It would be best if for as long as we live, each of us could keep praying to Guru Rinpoche. When you become more and more in tune with Guru Rinpoche's Dharma practice, it is like developing a habit of drinking coffee. At a certain point, if you go a day without this practice, you will feel that something is missing. At that time, whether you are spreading the Dharma and benefiting beings, meditating alone, or doing other things, all your activities will naturally come to fruition. They will be free from obstacles. Without this kind of strength, even if we ordinary beings try very hard to practice, our realization may still feel dry and lacking the nourishment of blessings. In that case, accomplishment will indeed be difficult. So I think that for us, especially when it comes to Guru Rinpoche's blessings, the Larong lineage is quite special. The Dharma lineage of His Holiness Jigme Phuntsok Rinpoche has a direct connection with the auspicious circumstances of a close transmission of Guru Rinpoche's blessing. So every disciple in this lineage should value Guru Rinpoche's practice. Recently, because many practitioners' small cabins are facing reorganization, I went around today to look at different places. At that moment, I felt Larong Valley was truly beautiful. The blue sky, the white clouds, the red cabins, the yellow flowers, and the green trees were all so beautiful. The beauty was truly captivating. But then I thought about it. No matter how beautiful the scenery here is, a person cannot even take a single cloud away. Even the small cabins we worked so hard to build may not be places where we can always stay. The only thing we can truly take from this valley is the Dharma gained through praying to Guru Rinpoche and through study, reflection, and practice. No matter where we go, even to the ends of the earth, this Dharma will always go with us. It can even accompany us beyond this life through the Bardo state and remain with us life after life. Therefore, I hope that everyone who studies and practices at Larungar will truly receive the blessings of this close transmission lineage of masters. When you leave one day, it does not matter if you no longer have a cabin. It does not matter if you no longer have a Dharma center. What matters is having faith, compassion, realization, and wisdom. Once you possess these inner qualities, they naturally show in your words and actions. In fact, a person's inner realization is always being expressed outwardly. At that time, whatever difficulties you encounter, they will not trouble you so much. There will not be much worry or obstruction. When you meet with status, wealth, or praise, you will not take them so seriously. You will treat them as dreamlike and illusory. So once again, I encourage all of us to pray often to Guru Padmasambhava, asking him to bless each of us at all times. May all beings gathered here by these causes and conditions receive the blessings of Guru Rinpoche's body, speech, and mind. I have always believed that whatever lineage we belong to, Guru Rinpoche is like the bright moon in the sky. Wherever there is a vessel filled with faith, his qualities and blessings will be reflected there. Therefore, we should pray to Guru Rinpoche often and receive his uncommon blessings. Then our activity of spreading the Dharma and benefiting beings will go smoothly. And at the same time, each person's own practice will go well from beginning to end. All right, that's all for today.
PADMA Sodargye PADMA Sodargye PADMA Sodargye